I'd be presenting on the topic on youth-led advocacy or youth-led solutions for climate change. So just a second, I'll be sharing my screen. Yeah, there you have it. So yes, thank you very much once again. I'll be talking about youth-led climate solutions, and especially I'll be talking with regards to Ghana. And then since I'm from Ghana, and I'll be making reference to examples from Ghana. But one of the quotes, the Global Citizen Festival just last year that was held in Ghana, Josephine Nagbeko said,
questions that we are sharing there to do a poll for us to have feedback, for you to let us know how we're doing, what you gained from it. Then after that, you see a Q&A box beside the polls. Anytime that you have a question or anything that you have that you want to place there.
Ghana is really at the crossroads. Ghana is really at the crossroads of climate change. If you look at some of the happenings, some of the things that have been happening recently, with rising temperatures, erratic rainfall, and very common is what happened, the dam spillage. And this dam spillage has been happening every year, but last year was very different. Why? Because the rainfall that was expected was too much. So it began in September 15, 2023, and what was just a small normal spillage that the dam traditionally does was intensified, right? Intensified, and therefore most of the communities along the river banks or the water bodies were submerged. Over 39,000 people displaced. Climate impact activities just last year, and due to the dam spillage, we had about 39,000 people displaced in up to between 10 and 15 communities that were along rain typically used to fall, especially in the peak season. It can fall for a continuous 3 days. Now is falling in just 1 to 3 hours, right? So you have that much volume of water. And so that was a traditional dam spillage that occurs every year. They had to extend it, and they even had to increase the spillage because more, as they were draining the dam, there was more rain water that was filling it than was leaving. So they had to open more of the gates, and that led to the flooding. And as well, because the riverbanks had risen, so once the water hits the riverbanks, it just pushes back into the communities, and this resulted in one of Ghana's biggest flood disaster yet. And Zoomlion that we know, doing a lot of segregation of waste. There's also the EcoGel, a company that has come up with fuel that is you can use in stove, so it is affordable and it's not it's non-fossil based, right? So obviously that helps. Climate education, young people are increasingly being part of empowering their communities, raising awareness, and then of course technology. And as you can see in the picture, you can see a lot of young people brainstorming in and then partaking in obviously what is has now been known as the Green Ghana campaign that started some years back, and till date we have a number of trees that have been planted. And of course, the campaign also has a lot more where farmers can go for parcels of lands in forest areas, and then government pays them to reforest these areas with trees. So these are all initiatives under the government of Ghana that is meant to reforest some of these places that have been deforested by illegal wood logging and all of these other challenging. Now, how do we go? How do we move on? How do we build on some of the successes that is chalked? Of course, increase investment in education and training, right? Equipping young people with the skills and resources that they need, and especially indigenous knowledge. And this is where I want to commend the Wikimedia Ever user group, right? So there's a user group that came out of Wikimedia Ghana, and then one of the indigenous languages in the community. In fact, the most dominant indigenous language in the community I live, which is Ho, is Everbe. And they are trying to increase the awareness. So we're posting news articles in the Ewe language. We are writing about climate change in the Ewe language. We are talking about news articles, science, and all of these things that will be translated in the Ewe language. And the good thing is that we are doing this on an open source platform. Ways through text, videos, the entire multimedia channels. Also, this, right? And then when we talk about meaningful participation, in the earlier pictures that I showed you, you see young people participating in some brainstorming sessions. And if you look at the tag on it says Whole Youth Policy Hackathon. And this was a policy hackathon we held somewhere in April last year to talk about well-being of young people in the city of Ho. So we looked at climate action, we looked at employability, we looked at sexual and reproductive well-being, we looked at mental health and all of these things. And these were things where young people formed about 80% with a comprehensive report and presented it to city authorities on how we want our city to treat us and how we also want to participate in our city governance and also implementation of policies for our well-being as well. So this is how young people are doing, and this is the time to act is now, seriously. So like I was saying, Ghana has had its fair share of climate issues, and young people are also finding innovative ways to make this work. And some of the innovative ways are waste management, right? Segregating waste and then recycling, and also making sure that biodegradable waste is disposed of properly. Do you have other examples of making biofuel? You have a lot of new startups coming up with clean clean cooking technology, like the eco gel that is made from alcohol, and also you have the biomass, right? The biomass that is made from biodegradable materials and then made into coal, or charcoal, which is normally called a biomass, that is smokeless and also very energy efficient. You have other things like recycling materials for fashion. You have other examples of NGOs that working to engage young people in policy. So the call is for anyone out there who wants to collaborate and then scale these enterprises to get in touch with any of us, and then let's see how we can make it work. So, I mean, to summarize everything, that's it.
With a bachelor's in environment and resource management from the University for Development Studies in 2021, he's honed skills in community relations, environmental analysis, climate change, and sustainable development. As a community relations officer at Eclectic Love and Whole, he spearheads projects enriching community life. He is an active young youth coach and committed activist for sustainable change in educational and environmental realms.
My senior moderators for the opportunity and for the chance given me to engage you all on another topic which is of keen interest to us as youth, preparing ourselves to steer the affairs of the world in the coming years. Yes. So as we studied yesterday, from the things we learned yesterday, so yesterday when we met, we tackled some issues. Okay, so yesterday when we met, we looked at how best we can inspire ourselves as young ones into the future in order for us to change our world. Yes, because we have the passion, we have the zeal, we have the skills, and so it is prudent on our part to hone these skills, to hone our dreams into the reality that we desire. Yes. So to further take a step from yesterday's discussions, today we will look at green dreams as part of the broader topic we have today. Yes. So letting the youth unleash climate solutions. Yes. So there is a climate solutions we have within us, the dreams that we have to green our world. Yes. But there is an opportunity for the world to allow the youth, to give chances to the youth to also unleash every solution we have in us. Yes. So we present on climate and youth solutions any moment from now. So we first talked about, we have to talk about the urgency of now. Yes, the now actors. We are the now actors. So there is the urgent need for us to act at the moment. Yes. So our planet is calling for green dreams. Yes, as we know, because we are facing a lot of issues, rising temperatures all over the world, weather events that are so extreme, and our resources that are dwindling day by day. Yes, and as a result, we have massive. There is a lot of impacts that are pressing hard on us, especially as youth. Our future is being threatened, and so we need immediate action to be able to handle the situation we are facing now. So green dreams, they are not just ordinary luxuries, but they are necessities that we have to voice them out. Yes, calling for innovative actions and youth-led solutions as well. So moving on to, we we say the power of youth innovation. Yes. So we talk about the power of youth innovations. That beyond our imagination, we have to build a green reality. We must move away from green dreams to building a green reality. So we are not just inheriting the world, yes, but as youth, we are architects of the world's future. Yeah. So we are architects or the brain behind the future of the world. Yeah. So as we are trying to act now, we are trying to secure the future for posterity. So our minds, the youth of today, our minds are brimmed with creativity. Yes. And then we have several resources that have been settled down in us. Yes, that we have to spark them out. We have to unleash them out in order for us to arrive at certain solutions. So, right from advancement in technology, especially in the field of renewable energy, community-driven initiatives, yes, and then initiatives towards sustainable living, we can be able to transform our world through the dreams of having a green future for ourselves. And then also cultivating collaboration and mentorship. Yes. So from green dreams to shared reality, we have to it's a shared reality. So we have to cultivate the spirit of collaboration and then mentorship as youth, because we are thinking of greening our future. We are planning of doing things that will safeguard the world or the planet for us. So by engaging in innovative solutions, innovative ideas, bringing out the best in us through creativity to make sure our environment is secured or safe for us, we have to empower the youth. And this requires collaboration. Yes, not just giving them applause, not just commending them, but in fact, we have to make them more collaborative. We have to create rooms for mentorship from experienced professionals. So professionals must get on board. They must come down to earth, to where young voices are being heard day in and day out, in order to get them on board, for our voices to be heard across the globe. And also there must be access to resources, financial resources as well, and educative resources, materials that will support the networking of the youth to turn our dreams into realities. And we must also bridge the gap between generations. Yes, so there must be a powerful force which will be able to help the youth to also shape whatever we have in us, to enable us also secure, safeguard our world. And then also this part, we say green dreams amplified. Our green dreams must be well amplified. Yes. So for us to unleash the change that we are harboring in us, that we are cultivating in us, we must be able to amplify the voices of the youth, give them the stage. Yes. We have to allow the voices of the youth to be heard. Often our voices normally go unheard. We mostly voice our place, our concern, our creativity, everything in us, our innovations on social media platforms, and that's all. But our solutions shouldn't just be dismissed on the mere, mere form of parochial interest of some people. But we must be able to allow the youth to amplify their voices and also create platforms where we can share our dreams. We can share whatever we have in us, our dreams regarding our communities, our cities, our environment, every enclave we are in now, in our institutions and everywhere. We must be able to make sure the dreams of the youth travel far. Yes. So to engage also in dialogues, the youth must be made to engage in dialogues, panel discussions, in order to influence decision makings. And also from international conference to local community forums, the youth must be brought on board to be well engaged, to be able to make sure we are not just seeing the youth through passive systems, but rather the youth must be well active in decision makings in everything we do. And then also together, we coming together, we green our world, our future, from our green dreams to collective actions. Let us put every dream we have, every sustainable dream, every sustainable thoughts we have in us, innovative ideas we have in us, let us turn them into collective action. Myself, I can't do it alone. I need the collective efforts of my colleagues, of my peers, of my teammates, yes, so that we'll be able to transform them into reality. If you think your campus is not that green, you want to green the environment in which you are, you want to make it more sustainable, yes, make sure that through collective means you'll be able to put all these dreams into reality. So we will be able to harness our innovations and not nurture whatever support that we deserve. Yes. So through this, we can create a sustainable future for each and every one of us. So it's like a tapestry, which requires every thread from every angle, thread and needle from every angle to be able to sew and patch together every green ideas that we need. Yes, to be able to make sure we consume responsibly, we produce responsibly, and to secure whatever resource we have for posterity to also reap the benefits of it. Yes, let's not undermine call to secure their basic needs in the near future. So moving forward, we say beyond ordinary ways, beyond ordinary applause, let's ignite the action. So igniting the action spark, and let's make sure our actions are being ignited. Let's produce fire or action. Yes, in every dream we have sought for ourselves now. So we say green dreams, they are not mere aspirations, not anything that we are just aspiring to secure or to chop, but they are seeds that we are sowing here. And when we sow these seeds and we nurture them, we cultivate them, we reach a reality, a level of reality which becomes more greener than the dreams we had that were green. The dreams are green today, but if we are able to sow them well, we are able to nurture these dreams and we're able to cultivate, we reap the fruits of the dreams we are dreaming now, which becomes greener and even reach the greenest level. Yeah, so let's ignite the action that we are sparking within ourselves and transform this meeting or whatever we are learning here into a stepping stone or a springboard, yes, for concrete action. So let's commit to implementing whatever ideas we have within us. Let's support ourselves and then champion the green dreams we started sowing and we started investing into it. Yes. So as we conclude here, we say our green dream is reality. Yes. So let's make it happen. So the green dreams we are having here is a green reality. Only if we put them into, let's make them happen. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for being with me through this journey. And we have agreed, and as we on a springboard to make our dreams become a greener reality for us. Thank you very much for the time and your comprehension.
Thank you very much, Sam. Make our green dreams reality. Joshua, thank you once again. You started for us. We really appreciate that. There is a presentation to showcase the successful youth-led environmental projects. So give me 1 second as I pull this up. First, we have Green Africa Youth Organization, or rather known as GAYO. And GAYO focuses on environmental sustainability and community engagement. Their projects include waste management initiatives, environmental education programs, and advocating for sustainable projects. As I stated earlier, one thing that I really like about this initiative is the waste management, the zero waste approach. They want Ghana they want us to like own the responsibility of managing our waste. So they've done a very, very good job at doing this, and they've made it very sustainable. So not only is it there for us, but it also is the center of job creation, climate action, and environmental justice. So GAYO is doing a very good job. It's also created jobs, just as Joshua was speaking of Wasteman Ghana. GAYO has something in place which is mainly in Accra, and they do the waste sorting, they do the waste recycling, and they do the production of green goods and services. So this is GAYO. Then next we have Recycle Up Ghana. And they it's a youth-led initiative, and they empower our students in the schools from the youngest age also up to some university students. And they tackle environmental challenges through recycling. So not only are they educating, but they're also giving workshops to the students in the schools and even the teachers. And this started back in 2019. And it has even extended to like a summer camp type of thing at the school level. So Recycle Up Ghana, very, 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 very good youth-led project. Then next we have Koliba, and this is a waste management app. I really liked this one, and I think that it was beneficial to a lot of people here in Ghana as well. It is a mobile app for managing waste recycling, and it connects the household with the waste collector, and it promotes efficient recycling practices. So I was very, very excited whenever it said that there was the first African mobile app designed to manage plastic waste across West Africa. In all of West Africa, there was the first one, and they seek to innovatively address the plastic waste pollution in West Africa. So this was very, very nice. Very, very, like, they, even 80% of their contracts are women waste pickers. So shout out to Kaliba for, empowering our women and for helping provide jobs for them. Then we have GYBN, or Global Youth Biodiversity Network. GYBN is an international network and is full of youth activists, and they advocate for biodiversity conservation. So they conduct awareness campaigns and they help influence our policymaking at the global environmental conferences. So GYBN actually took the initiative to put together a transformation education policy. And when they was doing it, they wanted to create something that was holistic, that also was accessible to our rights, especially whenever it came to our rights-based in education, such as the respectful, inclusive, and celebrated diversity. So for Global Youth Biodiversity Network, it was their initiative towards our youth is amazing. Then we have Plant for the Planet. And this one was so special because it was started by a 9-year-old boy. It wasn't somebody that was 29, not somebody that was 19, 9 years old. So we see that our age is not a barrier whenever we want to do something, especially to help our planet. So 9-year-old young boy in Germany, and this initiative empowered the youth worldwide to start planting trees and combat the climate change. And so far, globally, they have planted millions of trees, and that has helped promote reforestation. So even the UN has picked this initiative up, and if you go to the Billion Tree Campaign, you can take and purchase trees. You want to sponsor X number of trees, from one tree to millions of trees, to help support this initiative. Then we have our very, very, very own, our one and only special Eclectic Love. So here at Eclectic Love, our program is Weather Weather. And Weather Weather is a program that is to promote education on climate action. It is support Sustainable Development Goal SDG 13. And some of the activities that we do here in the Weather Weather program are activities in school with things that are related to climate action, anything related to our environment, our planet. So World Environment Day, Meteorological Day, World Water Day, any of those activities or worldwide days, international days, we go to the schools because we have partnered with Ghana Education Service here, and we go to the schools, we do the different activities, we educate them, we do workshops, and then we allow the student to own whatever it is that they have been taught. Then we also have our Clean Air Club here at Eclectic Love. And through the Clean Air Club, in the middle picture, I'm not sure if everyone can see it, but you see that's myself and one of our students that is in senior high school. We are pointing up at a device. It is an air quality monitor, a Purple Air PM 2.5. So we have, aside from EPA, we are the only other organization here within HO that has a air quality monitor. And our children, our youth, our students here at Eclectic Lab are the ones that empower and push this initiative forward. They come in, they can check the air quality for the day, they can read whatever the reading is, and then they can also do comparisons from other cities and countries that also have purple air quality monitors within them. Then we also we do tree planting every year. And with our tree planting last year, we planted over 300 trees across Volta region. Now, one thing that was very, very special to us, because last year, 2023, was our 66th anniversary of Ghana's independence. And so we had the opportunity to not only march for the Parade of Independence for Ghana, but we also had the opportunity to plant the trees at the facility that has just been built there to help beautify and edify the place. So tree planting is something else that we do at Eclectic Lab. And then we also do arts and crafts from the environment. So we use material, bottles, old bags. We reuse clothes and turn them into reusable bags for whenever you go to the market or you're doing your everyday shopping. But here in this particular picture, we use paper mache. We did paper mache. We used newspapers to actually create mass artwork. And these artworks was actually shown at the museum here so that our students not only had the opportunity to work artwork, but they also had the opportunity to do it in an environmentally friendly way, and then also have others come to see their beautiful pieces that they created from the environment. So as stated earlier, our youth, we did not create the things that we are living in. However, we're coming to fix it. And so we all should be reminded that this may be our last generation, and with a chance to save the fate of our planet. Yesterday, one of the young ladies that spoke, Abigail, she said that there's no planet B. So after the planet that we have today, we won't get another one tomorrow. Where if we destroy this world today, that is it. Evo, finito, zero. Nothing else will come out of it. So I want all of our participants, I want us to think about that. What are you actively doing? What action are you taking to protect our environment? Green steps for a greener earth. What are you doing to help protect our planet? We are not the future, we are the today. I have a couple of questions that just for our experts and also for our audience, what are some local environmental issues you have observed in your community? So Joshua, I'll throw this question to you first. What are some local environmental issues that you have observed in your community?
Yes, thank you for that question. One of the main issues affecting Ho in particular, and by the way, Ghana is divided into 16 administrative regions. So the Volta region is one of these administrative regions, and the capital of the Volta region is where I live, and it's called Ho, H-O, Ho, yes. So Ho is the capital of the Volta region. It houses all the, ministries and the regional branch of Ghana's ministry. And one of the problems we face over here is bush burning, especially now that we're in the dry season. There's a lot of bush burning, and it is also mainly because a lot of the people here are subsistence farmers. So during the dry season, they burn the bush to, clear clear the land. so that once the first signs of rain, once the first rains fall, they can begin to plant. But most of the time, this bush burning does a lot of harm than good, releasing carbon into the atmosphere, and also it turns out to be wildfires, destroying property and livestock, right? So you have a lot of wild animals that killed as a result of bush burning. Another one that I say is there's a disconnect between what young people learn in school and what they practice at home. One, mainly because these facilities are not readily available, and then two, um, young people are not being innovative enough, or people in general are not being innovative enough. Just last week, I was just coming down from the office and I was going to town, right? And there was this young girl. She should be in class 2 or class 3 by the looks of it. And I am sure if you would quiz this girl on how to manage waste, they will tell you, what chores do you do and then you do your house chores. That includes sweeping, and once you sweep the compound, you collect the garbage and put it in the garbage bin for the waste management company to come collect. This is something they will tell you right off the top of their heads or of their minds. But the reality on the ground is that yes, they sweep, yes, they collect the garbage, and they throw it in the gutter. So there is that disconnect between what they are learning in school and then what is actually happening on the ground. So for someone like that, you would say, listening to us talk about all of these things, they are just listening to it with one ear and it goes out the window through the other ear because they don't see the practicality on the ground. So that kind of disconnect between what is taught in school and what happens in real life is there, and it's impeding the progress of climate action. And these two, I would say, are one of the major concerns in my community.
Okay. Thank you, Joshua. Yes, we see the bush burning often, and then also the disconnect because sometimes the resources that the child has available in school may not, even though we would say that they was taught that in school they should know what to do. Sometimes whenever they get home, those things are not there, so they just do it anyhow. And then we're the ones, as we're going along, we see the effects and how it affects our environment. So more discussions in the school, we know and we see that we need to be doing them. As we're continuing, Joshua, can you share an example of a youth-led environmental initiative that inspired you? We have about 5 minutes left. So, Joshua.
Sure. Thank you so much. I mean, youth-led environmental initiatives, there are many, but the most recent one, and they are very new in the system, I continue using them in my presentations, is Wasteman Ghana. And this is because the rate at which they are uprooting, if I should say so, they are uprooting the traditional waste manager, which is Zoomlion, in my community, and proves to the fact that young people have innovative ideas. And right now, Zoomlion, which is actually the biggest waste manager in the whole of Ghana, and has spread its tentacles through West Africa, is now threatened by some of these initiatives, right? And it is because of their industriousness, innovativeness, and the ability the fact that they are a smaller team, so they are able to adapt fast and innovate fast to challenges. And this is what young people bring to the table: vibrancy, right? And if I was Zoom Lion, the smart thing I would do is to go to Wasteman and then give them, seed to them the entire my entire operation for Volta region, right? So that I will be doing waste management whilst Wasteman Ghana does the collection for me, right? So by that way, I give them value for working alongside the value chain, and I also keep my value as the big man, the one who opens the way. But right now, the Zoom Lion is struggling with collection of waste, and then Waste Man, through innovative means, is getting the clients for them. Within 1 year, they have done absolutely well, have been noticed by city authorities, commended by them, and in fact, the Ghana Statistical Service has an app called the Clean App Ghana that is meant to take statistics regarding waste in Ghana. And one of the waste providers in my community, which is Wasteman Ghana, is listed as a waste manager on the app. So if you've seen, let's say, waste somewhere, you can just take a picture of it, and then Wasteman gets the alerts, and then they come and then clean up the place. The fact that the city authorities have recognized them is truly an inspiration for me. Yeah.
Yes, kudos to Wasteman Ghana and Roger and Mark. They're doing excellent work here in Ho. Then, for our last and final question, Sam, we would like to hear from you. I know you was trying to answer one question, and it wasn't going so well. So, Sam, what do you think are the key factors that make a youth-led project successful? So that some of our participants that are here with us this afternoon, they can take this home with them and then own something.
Okay. So one major, some of the factors which can measures that can help make youth-led initiatives to be successful is to let me say mobilize enough support and resources to make sure that whatever the youth have, the plans that they have, the dreams they have on board, to make sure they are successful, turns into a reality. For example, as Miss Patrice introduced to the house, or she explained that Eclectic Lab some time ago embarked on a tree planting initiative or activity at the Volta Regional Youth Resource Center. This initiative saw the light of the day as a result of the go-ahead that was given from National Youth Authority. So, especially if our leaders, our strong institutions, are able to collaborate with the youth on timely basis, they are able to intervene in the efforts and the dreams of the youth, the plans that we have put on board. It will go a long way to ensure that whatever the youth have, whatever young people, initiatives that are being led by the youth to secure or to safeguard the future or the state of our planet becomes a reality. If at a point in time we are not allocating various, let me say, governmental budgets or governmental operations to suit the interests of the youth, to suit the efforts of the youth towards a green future, then all whatever we are dreaming of, whatever green dreams we have in us, will turn into a mirage. So in order for us to realize them, to put them into solid effect, we have to make sure that the resources, the availability of support, be it material, be it mentorship that we need, be it the opportunity for the youth to engage in various dialogues, are really put into consideration. In that situation or in that field, we will make sure that the collaborative efforts that the youth need will realize or see the light at the end of the day.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. So as we're coming to wrap up, I want to tell everyone thank you. I don't see any questions here. I thought that we would have a couple of questions here.
Hello, Patrice.
Yes, Joshua.
Yeah, I think
Do you see a
I
question?
see one. Yeah, I see one question.
Okay, please answer.
Yes.
Please read it because I don't see it on. Okay.
Okay. So it just, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead.
How can local schools and educational institutions incorporate sustainability into their curricula? So, Joshua, how do you think that our schools and education institutions can incorporate sustainability?
Yes, so on that, the SDG Go 4.7 talks about incorporating of these things into schools curricula. I know that um, this was taken up by University of Education in Ghana, Winneba, in collaboration with NACA, and then in collaboration with in partnership with global schools. So what they have been doing, or what they've done over the years, is that they've tried to infuse climate education into educational curricula, and this is why. Uh, I mean, starting from, was it 2022, we've had talks about our school curriculum being replaced by a new one. And then gradually we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen in the basic schools. Now it is happening with the second cycle schools. And then once that is complete, we're going to have a complete system of, so that is happening. But what I also want to add is, if you go to the website of the global schools, you have curriculum that is meant for anyone who wants to teach. So you do not need to be a teacher. Even if you're doing public education campaigns, you can go for curriculum over there, and these curriculums can be adapted to suit your local context, and you can teach it to anyone, ranging from people who are in school and then those who are out of school. So yeah, check the global schools website. Just Google global schools and on Google. I'm sure it will take you to the appropriate website, and then you get all that information.
Okay, thank you, Joshua. Sam, would you like to add to it the last answer?
Okay. Right. My little take I would like to. Okay, so the little contribution I would like to add to it is that I once at a conference heard this same question about how best our various educational institutions, especially the broader education service of a given country, especially Ghana, plans to incorporate these into the various curricula, right from the basic level up to even the tertiary stage. Yes. So one thing is that we have to make sure at every point in time, our curricula has been made to be flexible enough. So if we're able to make it so flexible that as we keep on progressing, we incorporate new trends, developing trends into our various academic curriculum, it will make sure the children or the upcoming generations that are on board at that particular time are able to familiarize themselves or to immerse themselves with issues that are going on in the world. We said that the curriculum shouldn't only be that stagnant or be so rigid that it's not adapted to, it's not, let me say, adaptive enough, yes, to be able to accommodate sustainable issues, because the world in which we are entering now, sustainability issues have become so of keen interest to various parties across the globe. So in our conventions, in our agreements, especially at the governmental level or even at the global level, we should make sure that we should entreat our educational bodies, yes, those who are in charge of our policies regarding education, to also make sure they consider and also incorporate and revise, or let's say they should review our various curricula to ensure that issues that has to do with sustainability are introduced into our curricula, and also to make sure that they bring experts on board. Yes. So if there are experts that are on board who can also give them policy advice, policy measures, and directions that are in line with sustainability, yes, it will help make sure that whatever we have to make sure our children also become abreast on issues regarding sustainable development into the future will be well realized and be well felt. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Patrice. Thank you for the nice presentation again. I just want to add that it was such a pleasure coming your way today, and I hope tomorrow will be even better. I hope.
Thank you, Joshua. Yes, the network has done a basa for those in other countries. Basa means like anyhow, like they just treated you any kind of way. So yes, tomorrow we know we will declare that it will be so much better tomorrow. Thank you for that, Josh.
Right. So I'll leave you with some inspirational messages. That as we've started solemnly, we've started at a humble note today. We believe that going forward, our steps that we've started taking will it will yield us a smooth progression that we will progress steadily in our fight for a sustainable future. As youth, let us come together. Let us be collaborative enough. There are some people who have just entered into this climate change fight at the tender stage. Yes. And if we get them on board, we're able to engage with people with the skills you have, get on board with those who are also of the passion and of the zeal to also fight for the earth. And as we keep on networking with each other, we'll be able to leverage our skills to benefit all and sundry. The world is now a global village now. So I can sit in Ghana here and connect with someone in India, in Pakistan, wherever. And then together we will bring our earth to a successful future. Thank you very much, and meet you tomorrow.
Thank you. Please, those of us that are listening, thank you for joining us. Please, tomorrow we will be discussing bridging the gaps. We will be discussing about inclusive education, yes, and sustainable development. So if that is something that interests you, please join us tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Patrice, Joshua, and Samuel, for this very lovely session. I think that you all conducted it really, really well. And we had some good engagement from the audience also. They asked a question. So, and we look forward to your upcoming session tomorrow. So thank you once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Avani.
Thank you.